Hello everyone. So we have explained before how to reach this stage of doing the design. Today we'll explain how to extract the data from it. So first we go to Toolbox, go to Reports Manager. We will find alignment, profile, surface, breakline. So let's open the alignment and go to, for example, to alignment curves. You will see this page pop up. Click on OK and choose an XLS, make a new folder and name it as alignment curves. Then save it. You will wait the Excel sheet to open. So it takes some time to compute because you have a long alignment. So here's the data, here's the delta, the radius, the length, the mid or the code, and everything that you need for your manual calculations for all radiuses and all alignments that you have designed. And you do that for anything you want, for the stations, for the PI stations report, or anything you need. Here's the profile, and here's the BVI station, for example. Click on OK and name it as BVI station. So you take whatever you need from those data. Moving forward, we will explain also, here's the BVI, and it explains where are the BVIs, their stations, their elevations, grade out, and grid length. You can edit all of those to meet your design. Now let's go back here. And now we want to get out the drawings for the vertical and profile elevations. So how we can do that? We first go to output, we click in create view frames. It will open this page. Automatically it will create view frames on the whole alignment. All I want is only for this tutorial is only the first kilometer, the first quarter kilometer. I want the plan and profile, and if you click on rotate, it will stay on the north. I want it to go with the alignment. Then I'll go to view frame, everything is basic, match line, everything is basic. And for the profile view, you can select where you want the data to be stacked. I will click it normal, and if you click on elevations and stations in the A3 drawing, you will see the elevations and the geometry will be appear. So I will choose for me the stations only, and then create a view frame. You will see an automatic view frame have appeared in the whole align. So double click on this, create sheet, and it's selected that the one you want is create. So I will select the north, and this means this will create a new DWG file. If you want to add to existing one, just click on this, click on new one. For the profile view, you can choose your settings that you need for your profile, but for me, I will keep it as the one I have already designed, which is this one. And for the data references, I will keep the surface, but if you don't want it, it's fine. So then OK. You should select anywhere out of this so it can create its own profile and its own drawing on that place. And now you wait it to complete. After it finishes, you will see this pop-up appears. Double click on this sheet 1. It will open for you a new DWG page, which will have the horizontal alignment with the vertical alignment. The blue line is your street, and the red line is the surface street. So you will see the stations, the cut and fill on the sides, super elevation. For here you will see all the heights and the stations that's meet the horizontal one. So here it ends at 580 and down it ends at 580 and it stands from the beginning. Now we'll leave this on the side. We'll open this again. We can do only 3 different stations, one at the beginning and one at the end and one at the middle, which has an horizontal curve. So we can illustrate what happens in all of them, but it will be hard to combine all those drawings. It's easy to do it, but it's hard to edit it and it will take a long time to process. If you want to do it, you just go to output and create sheets. Then instead from clicking, I selected one section before, but if you want to import the whole frames, just click on all and follow the same procedure. When you click on create sheets, you will see a lot of sheets appear here, which is the number of those frames. Now we have made one sheet that has 2 sides. You can do a sheet that will have only one side, which you go to output again, create a view frame, and select the view frame automatic, for example. And when you go to the profile views, to the sheets, you click on profile only. So you see only the vertical curve, and if you click on plan only, you will see only the horizontal curve from that view frame. Now, for creating section sheets, go to create section sheet, and it will tell you first you have to select a section from view group. How to do that? You go to section and you create section view. Then it should be the same elevations. You go to create multiple section views. Then at the section placement, you can click on a production use layout. You will see this one that will appear if you don't click on this one. But this one will put you the names and all the frame you need with 6 or how many sections you need to be placed inside. I will not put the different. It's fine. It's fine. Everything as here's the data bands. If you want to add more, for example, the sections, the amount of cotton fill, and all of this stuff, you can just select from here and add the data you want. That's fine. For the data volume also, it's the same. For you go to the general station range. I don't want it to make from the beginning to the end, so I just select the first quarter mile. So let it create the whole thing. Then it will take some time to process the whole section views. So now, as you see, the section views have been created. The section views will contain the data that you want for cut and fill and stations. Now we can go to create section sheet, and automatically it will assign the section view group that you have created just now. You can click to add existing sheet and select the sheet that I have done the horizontal and vertical curves on, but let it be on a new sheet, and then to complete this process, you need to save. Click on save, OK, and it will take some time to create the sheets. However, it will create the whole street. I will take only 3 samples from them, or just 1 sample for this tutorial. So you see a new bubble also will appear here. So here is the pop-up. I will click on, for example, the third one, double click on it, and it should give me a frame that has 6 views of the section. Here's the 12 views. that have the station, the elevation, and the cut and fill. So now I have whole section sheets, and here I have the horizontal and vertical curves. Now I want to edit the data, put some names, the project address, the name of the project, and the date of the submission. So I can do that in one and copy and paste it to the others because I'm creating on the same scale. If the scale has been changed, I can just edit it directly. How we do that? We go first here and I double click on those. So I will not need 3 lines to the project. I will only need one. So let's call it highway design. So now for this, I can delete it, and for the date, it's automatically set to the date you have created. And for the scale, you can just remove the scale if you want and add it or write as noted. This is section sheet number that you can change whenever you need to change it depending on your sequence. Then click on OK. Now for the firm and address, I can simply go to paint and draw any shape that I want. Just call it AMR company. Then copy this and paste it over here. So it's like a sample for the company. Just go to field and click on other, then system variable, then choose OK and specify the place to be here. What about the scale and how to add the scale? Just click on the scale bar over here, then choose a scale bar you need, then you click on the frame that you need the scale bar for. It will give you the scale per division. Click on OK and post it over here. So it will give you a graphical scale that whatever things you will print, it will give you a correct answer for the ratios. To do the publish for the PDF, you have first to close the other templates and make sure that there's no a hidden board like this one in the back. Click on delete, then export it as a PDF for civil engineers, and everything is set. Then test and save it. Now after you see this notification, go to the file where you have saved the document and open the PDF. You will see everything we have assigned is here: the company, the highway design, the names, the stations, and everything you need in your output. Now after finishing the plot, you do that for whole section views and any A3 you want to print. Now let's go back to the model. So now going back to the model, how to put the traffic signs that you need in your design. Go to insert, then another insert, then click on Centerfold design. This sign means there's as a signal traffic will be assigned over. For example, let's choose this segment of the road. It will appear very small, so you have to scale it for around 200. So here's the best point, and I will choose 200. So this sign will indicate that a traffic control sign will be appear over here. So just choose the direction and where it will be placed. So How can I identify what type of signs are those? Is it a speed sign? Is it the name of the road or however? So I go to annotate, click on multi-leader, then choose here, and I'm gonna put some numbers over here. But what numbers are there? You can go to description. You will see two type of standards. Uh, Here's the first standard for the Emirates of Abu Dhabi, and here's another standard for the streets and highways in the US Department. So if you go to, for example, page 29 and zoom in here, you will see that, for example, in urban roads, a minimum considered spacing between larger signs of 90 meters to 170 meters should be placed. For example, for my situation, it's an highway. So I have to cover a distance for a minimum of 200 meters. So how I can do that? First, I have to find the name of the sign that I'm gonna place. If you scroll down, you will see a lot of different signs. So for example, for me, I will go to the 100, which is, you go, for example, this one, which means you can't enter. So it's 304. So for example, it can't be placed, but for example, I choose 304. Now this sign needs this 304. I go back to the standards. I find this sign needs, it should be placed over here. For a distance, for, let's say 350. So to do that, I have to make an array. And the array should be placed on a polyline. So I go to insert, to home, then click on a polyline and start marking this part of the road, which is the side, and so on till you reach the end of your street. Then click enter and go to this part, select it and select this with it. Then click array and click on path. Where is the path curve, which is the polyline I just draw, and you will see over here some values appeared. Go to between and select the spacing that you need. For me, I click 350 and then enter. You will see that each 350, it will put a different sign, a new sign that should be placed on each 350 meters. So you do that for whatever signs you need. However, those manuals actually explains all the details needed, especially the construction details, how much is the height should be, and how much the distance from the road. For example, here is B and D. What are B and D? You just go to the previous schedule over here. You'll find the values of A, B, C, and D, how many millimeters for the expressway, for the collector, for the local. So it has all the construction details that need to be approved from the municipalities. And you can find all the names. You just select the needed for you. However, in the page 58, you will find, depending on the speed of the approach and if there is a hazard on the way, what is the speed in that hazard and where should be referred the distance of the sign from the hazard, where it should be placed from the hazard. So whenever the speed is increased, you should place it, and the speed hazard is less, it should be placed on further distance so the driver have the ability to slow down. There is a lot of explanations for everything on the road in these manuals. You will see them in the description with the links. And that's it for those general explanations on how to use the Civil 3D. And thank you for watching.